Here we are back from the technical difficulties. Sorry, we've been having some issues with the stream lately, and we are with the 7th round. And the attackers slowly pushing towards A side, though dish control is completely there with the defenders. There is the multiple ults that's going to be pushing the attackers inside side. That's a triple ult, to be honest. The Astra, Fade, as well as the Breach, but they still haven't went for the plant because the Breach is the one with the spike. All of this is happening on the side of B. It's going to be Kirito who's going to be slowly pushing up towards A side. Maybe he'll get detected by the chamber utility. Two of the defenders are going to be holding up on A still because the plant still hasn't gone down. The plant is being waited out, and there it is, Mocho Mocho. And we are going to be seeing a 5v5 post plant situation here with a lot of bullets coming in, and that's going to be Medisax onto an easy kill onto Walkie, just walking inside the Viper ult there. That was pretty careless of him. That's proper cross holding up from B main, while Nightmare is going to be the solo player holding up onto side. That is a very daring position that he's taking. Maybe he takes one and dies, or maybe not. Nightmare with the one onto Intap. It's a 3v5 situation. He's going to be taken on as always. It's going to be the HK Gamer with the immediate refrag. The Viper utility popping up left and right, and there is the Fade detection as well. I don't think the defenders got this. They don't have really enough time for this, and that's going to be the 4th round for the attackers. That's going to be Memento Mori.
They did invest 3 ults in this round. It was very expensive for them, and they were hoping they would get this round, and they did get this round. And unfortunately, the defenders did not find enough time to be defusing, so they did go for a save and to protect their eco and move on to the next round. But if you saw, Lion was very much aware that Chamber might be lurking in the last round. So he was holding it until the last time.
The defenders are very wary of the immediate rotates the attackers have been doing, because it has always been a split push. Yet again, if you look at it, it's going to be 2 and 3 towards A and B respectfully, and it's going to be the peak from A main with the operator that might catch one of these attackers off guard, but maybe not. It was going to be taking down K3. That is unfortunate for the operator. It's going to be the Brimstone who's all alone inside A side that he'll have to hold up till his teammates, at least one of them, comes for his help. But the attackers are still very calm. They know they have a lot of time. They have lost one player. It's going to be the controller, but they do have one more. I mean, apologies, that's on the other team.
They now have a free A site if you look. So it is an A site. They did try to fake it out. I think they are going to push towards A site, but Lion is still holding this angle. Let's see if he can get one so that they can, slow down the push and hold for the rotate.
It's going to be Arkle on to HK Gamer, the first kill after the fight inside of site A. They have complete control. Nightmare with 1 HP is going to be the one who's going to be going for the plant, and he has been concussed as well as cornered with the utility from Breach. The defenders have an idea of where the players are, but it's going to be taking a lot more than that, and Nightmare is going to be not allowing Walkie to go with that one. It's going to be a 4v2 situation. Intep onto the heads of Nightmare. It's going to be a 2v3 situation, slowly pushing up the defenders. It's going to be Lion who's going to be checking Dish while there's nobody there. There's going to be the few shots onto Kirito. The double concuss on the defenders. Well played by the Breach. The Breach delaying the defuse for a more than good amount of time. There is Kirito who's going to be popping off. That's going to be one for him, but that will be the end for him. But good for the attackers. It's yet another round for team Memento Mori.
Chapralis have yet another save round, and Lion has saved. He did try to destroy their eco by killing at least one, and he did get the trade in the last round. And they were very much aware, so that Lion was still in holding the angle, so that they might come in for the A push. And they did rip out the Breach ult too.
That is true. It was a well invested round, but the attackers have been having the momentum since they lost it in the, I think, the 6th round. They have not been stopped, and they have been playing it pretty well. And this time we are going to be seeing an attack coming in from Arcade, and it's going to be Intep who's going to be holding it, and he's going to be detecting both as well, or maybe not. He knows that there's somebody there. Though his knife has been broken, the attack looks like it's going to be towards B side, and Intep already breaking the Fade Prowler is going to be waiting for a head-on-head gunfight with the Fade. The defenders on the other side is going to be still holding. Arkle is going to be taking on Intep on the other side. Arkle is going to go for one more. It's going to be on to K3. And Lion does detect one running towards side, but he's not able to do anything because Mocho goes for the kill and he's going to be peeking. He's going to be taking on. That's one for Walkie, one for Lion, putting them on a 2v3. Can these two take... Oh, there's a kill on to Medisax. That is the ultimate that the Brim has in his hands, a 2v2 situation. The attackers are situated inside of the site as well as one in CT. The tower player is going to be very, very crucial because though his position is known, he's going to be the distraction while Arkle is going to be pushing from behind and getting them. And there is the shots from Arkle that's going to be making him detected. And there is the detection board and it's not going to be detecting. There's the kill onto Lion. Lion gets one, maybe two, maybe not. He's going to go for it. But Kirito, though getting everybody, it's going to be the defenders round because they go for the defuse. Unfortunate, maybe Kirito should have stayed in tower for more longer. What do you think about that, Vishesh? Was Kirito's move right about pushing towards from arcade or should he have just stayed in tower?
No, since the ult was ripped down by Lion, I actually think he should have pushed in and tried to get the kill. But then Lion played it so well. And he did get 2 kills two very crucial kills too. And he was very aware that they might be pushing towards the canteen, and he did get him and punish him too. And it was a really good round played by Chapralis.
Chapralis have their round after losing 3 continuously. It's going to be Kirito with the operator on the attack. He is very daring to actually hold out the attack. The defenders though have given complete control of A. It's going to be Arkle with the first kill onto K3. Yet again, Arkle has been fighting K3 a lot during this game and they have complete tunnel control. Intep is going to be meeting one of them and Intep is going to be taking down Nightmare, but he gets immediately traded by Arkle. Arkle popping off in the past 2 rounds and it's going to be Medisax with the kill onto HKK, putting them on a 2v4 situation. Kirito with the operator doesn't want to lose it. It's going to be regrouping with his teammates and they are going in for a complete B main push.
Spike down B.
Walkie is going to be taking on 1, is going to be taking on 2, and he's going to be bringing this back from the dead. It was a 4v2 situation, but pushed down to a 2v2. He's very low on HP, but he does speak one more time, and Walkie, what a man! The guts on this man is too huge, and he was able to push that person with the flash with a minimal of HP in his
30
hand.
seconds left.
Kirito knows he's got time, but not the right gun for this. Maybe he will collect one, maybe he will go for the flank. If he gets one, I think he'll fight the another. But as I can see, it really does look like it will go towards the defenders if the cross is not being held if the cross is being held properly. There is Walkie who's going to be detected first, and Walkie is going to be taken on, and he doesn't know the last player's position. He's going to be hiding because why not? Because that's what he's going to be doing. The defenders win one more. It's a 5-5, and this is the closest match we've had until right now in the playoffs. We did have one that went to 18 and 16, but this one has been very, very entertaining as well.
There has been 10 rounds that has occurred, and Walkie proved himself that he is also a vital part of this team last round by picking out 3 crucial kills too. And Kirito could have clutched it, but then time did not let him. Time said no otherwise. And as you said, he wanted a gun. I don't think Chambermains need a gun when they have a built-in Guardian as their headhunter,
Yeah, that is true. We are going to be seeing a complete A-side push coming in. Is this going to be a rush? We are seeing all the players pushing hard onto A, and there is nobody who's going to be playing inside side. They have the ultimate popped out by the Fade, and he's not going to be detecting anyone. They know the site is completely clear. Viper is going to go for the plant any second now, and there is the Viper who is pushed towards default, and he's going for the plant. The Spectres on the hands of the attacker might prove actually more effective because Nightmare is standing right next to Walkie, and he's going to be taken on because he's being careless yet again, going into his astral form in the wrong movements. There is the ult popped up by the breach, not going to be hitting anybody because they've all pushed back, and there is a spray through the smoke. Medisax takes one, Arkle onto one more. That's Lion. Mojo takes Walkie. It's a 2v4 situation with the KO still down on the ground. Mojo takes one more, and that is the last player alive, and he's going to be taken on as well. Medisax is going to be pushing Intep into his deep hells. And what a round we've had by the attackers. They didn't have really good guns, but they were able to execute it perfectly.
round after round, and we are seeing clutches after clutches. This was a beautiful retake, given that there was the breach ult used, and Mocho did show up again, yet another time, and he did kill 3 people. And there was a Mori kill too. And I wonder, how is Nightmare so brave and courageous to go into Astral into his Astral form whenever he wants and needs?
I think that's you're just sugarcoating those words, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say about the Astra. She should be a bit more careless there. Intev again holding up onto Arcade. That is his position that he always plays. But this time he's not going to be detected. He's going to be hiding right behind the boxes. Though the attackers are all coming towards IP, and he's going to be detected. Intev is going to be pushed continuously. He is concussed as well. Intev gets taken down by Kirito's Headhunter, and there is Nightmare who's going to be taken on Walkie. Revenge. And there is a shot, the flank, but the flanker is going to be taken on. Kirito has got more kills on his Headhunter than he has got on his Operators. I think he should just play that. And it's a 1v5 situation. The flawless coming in from the attackers. Very good comeback coming in from the attackers. It is an attacker side map, and they have proved so why. It is a good half for both the teams, not going to be pushing anybody on the edge at the moment, because they both performed really well. They both hit their shots really well. They should be confident, and they should be happy about what they've done in this game till now.
The spawn, there was a fight between the Neon and the Chamber and Kirito, and they were whiffing shots each other, and I actually think Neon should have killed Kirito, but then Kirito proved he was better at that point. And it is 7-5 to Memento Mori, since it is an attack side map, and they have played very well in attack. So let's see if Chapralis can do better in attack to bring it back.
Chapralis are planning to attack the B side, but the defenders somehow thinking ahead of time are going to be placing 3 of their defenders inside of side B. It's going to be an arcade push, and there it is, completely concussed. Kirito is going to be pushed towards the side of CT while HKK gets complete control. Walkie is going to be taking on Mocho. That's the first player for Memento Mori, and one more gets taken on. That's going to be Nightmare. K3 onto the shot with a classic. It's a 5v3 situation. Though both the Breach and the Chamber are low, they definitely do have the man advantage. They just have to play post plant at this moment. HKK on a very good position, might be able to take 1 or 2 who are going to be either pushing through Canteen or CD. There is not going to be a single player who is going to be holding B main. Oh, there is the kill from Intep, and Intep's going to be taken on Medisac. Intep gets taken down immediately by Arkle, and Arkle is going to be pushing out of Canteen, while HKK Gamer getting pushed from both sides, but it's going to be taken on by Kirito, and Kirito is going to be finding his demise on the hands of Lion. Looked like an attacker's game, and it was the attacker's game. It's going to be 6 and 7 towards Chapralis. Maybe Chapralis can tie it up in this round.
I think HKK Gamer and Kirito are scared of each other, and they get nervous when they take fights. This is the second time continuously for 2 rounds that they've been whiffing shots on each other, and yet another time Kirito gets the better of it. Let's hope HKK Gamer can prove that he is not afraid of Kirito and take more gunfights also. And each one has been proving that they are vital to this team, and no one is carrying the other.
That is very true, and as we move forward, it is the 14th round of this game. We do see Arkle going for the first kill, but it's going to be Intep who's going to be taking 1 and 2. That's going to be Medisax, and Arkle taking on its A-side push coming in from the attackers. They are going in for the plant already. Lion with the spike is already done with his job. They do still have 1 smoke that can be used towards their advantage, while 2 of the defenders who are going to be flanking, they do know Lion's position but not Intep's position. They are going to be waiting for Lion's peak. That is what they will be doing, and they are going to be peeking HKK as well, Intep as well, but Intep takes 1. Lion with the crossfire is going to be helping Intep not losing his gun. It's going to be Mocho all alone inside of Dish, waiting for this round to end and his misery to end as well. They do know the position of Mocho, but they're not going to be pushing. Mocho is going to be holding up in Dish forever, and maybe he'll just lose his life to the bomb and not the players. Yes, that's what he's going to be doing. It's a 7-7, and we are back 2-0. It's 7 and 7. This is going to be very, very interesting moving forward. We are in the mid game, and this is where it all gets interesting. This is where the momentum shift happens. This is where either Chapralis or Memento Mori are going to take 1 step closer to the championship.
Lion and Inter were holding out A main. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have expected two. They were expecting one, I'm pretty sure, because usually we don't see more than a person flanking. But they did pick out both of them, and those two kills were very crucial for for them to win that round.
And we are going to be seeing a complete A-side push with the Spectres, and Medisac is going to be getting two, but HKK getting one on to Arthur. Medisac still alive. Kirito is going to be getting one on to HKK. The attackers have been bamboozled by the defenders this time. They thought they could get the element of surprise, but it's going to be the defenders. Medisac with the 3. Yet again, the 3-piece of Medisac looking very, very good. And we are going to go in for the 16th round with Memento Mori in the lead. It was a good attempt by the attackers pushing up onto A side. They were able to get the first pick as well, but the defenders were ready for it, and Medisac was more than ready for it. We are going to be moving forward. Memento Mori, though having a 1-round advantage, they need to pick more if they want the momentum to stay with Memento Mori. You can see it's a split push coming in from the attackers. The Brim slowly rotating back to his teammates itself, but the defenders are going to be double flanking towards Dish. They're going to be getting complete control of Dish, but this might prove completely fatal for them because there is not a single opponent who's actually playing on the side of them flanking. All the attackers are playing right outside of site A. They are in A mine, and though they do have a lot of them to help them towards A side, it's going to be Astra all alone in B. If he gets taken out at this moment, it's going to be fatal for the defenders. So Medisac realizes this and is going to be pushing slowly towards B main, who's going to be finding the fight with K3 any second now. And there it is, it's going to be K3 who's going to be taken out. Well played by Medisac. What a rotation coming in from him. He's going to be knowing that this attack is not towards B because there is not any more people coming in and there is no more sound that has been pushed up either, and the attackers have completely swarmed inside of site A. The Molly might slow down the plant a bit, but it's not going to be stopping them. The planter is going to be the Brimstone. The Brimstone still not going for the plant. It's actually kill out HKK through the smoke. What a freaking kill. It's going to be a 3v5 situation. Pretty hard for the attackers at this moment. They're all stuck inside side in very, very bad position. They don't have a good crossfire holding them as well. Lion can be taken out separately. Inter takes one. Goki takes one. Nightwing takes one. But what is happening? The defenders, attackers are actually pulling it out from position like this. If they do really do this, I am going to be so astonished. Walkie takes one more. That's the second for him. And there is the concuss, and the flash, triple flash, multiple flash. The utility from the breach. It is all happening in the 16th round. They're not letting Arkle, who has a lot of HP advantage, push into the site itself. And there is the crossfire. Walkie is going to be going in for his third. What a round for the attackers. Coming back from a position like that, that was impossible in my head.
All stuck on the top of the site. There were 3 on top of site, and as you said, they were not in a good position. But then Walkie said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to pull plays out of anywhere I want, and he just pulled plays out of thin air, and he just won the round for them with 3 kills as usual. And he has been vital, as I've been saying again and again. I just want to see more of Walkie. I want to see an ace. I want to see something. I want to see something different, and that makes me hyper.
Yeah, but there was a very good clutch coming in from the attackers. It's 8-8, the 16th round over. We are going forward, and the attackers have been lurking towards the site of B through arcade. It's going to be Medisac holding it from site with the Astra holding from canteen. Lion's going to be taking the first kill on to Mocho. That is going to be a huge blow for them. And there is the very well timed flash, but it's going to be Medisac who's going to be getting the kill with a stinger. That gun is very, very dangerous in close range, and Nightmare with the kill onto it. It's a 3v3 situation. Anything can happen at this moment too. Lion gets one onto Nightmare. It's a 2v3 situation still. Both the Memento Mori players are stuck in spawn. They are not really in a good position for this retake. If the attackers are going to be playing it well, they're going to be holding crosses. I don't think a chance of them losing this round.
Medusa picked up a kill with Stinger. Stinger is never to be exploded out, but then he was unfortunately trailed out, though it was a very good flash coming in from Walkie.
Last player standing.
Oh, what a shot coming in from Walkie. To be honest, we have to get credit to Kirito too. He was able to take one with the headhunter. He's going to be pushing close, and he's going to be taken on by Walkie as well. Walkie with the end of this round, that is going to be pushing his team with the 1 point advantage yet again.
Walkie, as I said, I think I am a big fan of Walkie right now because he has been proving that he is very good and is part of this team. And that flash was very good, but then unfortunately you can never explode Stringer in an eco round. And Medusa did put it to good use, but unfortunately Kirito could not close that round up as he was dropped down by Walkie. And that shot by Walkie was really good.
Yeah, there is the ult from the Fade that's going to be pushing all the attackers away from side of A, while the defenders are all going to be pushing outside of A. That's a multiple flank coming in. It's going to be just Nightmare inside of side B. He's going to be pushing down as well, but somebody's going to be holding the angle already. It's going to be Nightmare who's going to be taking on Walkie. Walkie on the other end of the bullet this time. Medisax is going to be denied the flank at the moment, and there is the flank coming in though. The attack defenders are not going to be stopping, and they are going to be pushing on and on and on. It's Kirito, Mocho, it's going to be Nightmare is going to be taking on at last. It's a 4v2 situation, but the attackers are not in a good situation right now. Being wall banged, Intep doesn't really want to be planting right now, and he's going to be facing more than just bullets this time, and there he is. It's going to be taken on. That's going to be Medisax with the second kill for this round. It's all up to the Neon, who's in a very low HP advantage, and it's going to be Mocho with the second for himself. It is the defenders who are going to be taking this round.
What a round coming in from the defenders. They said, you know what, I'm getting bored, let's just try pushing them, and they pinched all 5 of Memento Mori, Chapralis in their spawn, and they took the fights to them, and they did trade out, but then unfortunately it was only one person, Neon, who had to clutch it up, but then he was very low on HP, but he couldn't do it. But you know, it is still 9-9, so anything can happen. This is a very good game to be watching right now.
And just so you guys know, we are in a best of 3. This single match doesn't determine the winner. They need to win at least 2 maps, and we are seeing the 19th round with the attackers completely pushing towards B side. The Neon has ulted, and she's going to be getting more than enough control. She's going to be peeking onto the kill onto Intep, but KK Gamer is going to be retaliate with taking down Nightmare, but Mocho is going to be getting one on to KK. Kirito gets on to HKK. Mocho with his third for this round. What is happening? The defenders have changed the face of this round. At first, it looked like the attackers who can take it, but Kirito ending this round and pushing Team Memento Mori back in the lead. It has just been going up and down in this game, and we are loving it. It's what a game we've been having, Grizzle. We really can't keep them off each other's throats. They are playing it very, very well, and each team is just playing off the other team's minor mistakes that has happened.
The minor mistakes are being capitalized, and in my side, I actually think the defenders, as in Memento Mori, have become a lot more aggressive than they were before, and they are playing it really well, as the attackers, being Chapralis, are not pacing it up. I actually think they have to pace it up to match their aggressiveness and take more fights and win more duels.
True, and the attackers are going to be splitting themselves completely. HKG Gamer is going to be detected by Medisax, and Medisax is going to be pushing him off Dish. Both the players from Dish are going to be regrouping with the Chamber, who is waiting right outside Arcade, and the B-side push is slowly going to happen. They're just waiting right out there. Nightmare is going to be pushing Walkie, and that's a spike down. And the KO is going to be the solo person who's holding B main. He's going to be hiding in a corner, and there is the fight. KO is going to be taking down Mocho, while Arkle is going to be taking on HK Gamer, and it's a 3v4 situation. Spike still dropped. The attackers are in need of dire help. Intep goes one line with the fake pick up off the orb and hitting a shot onto the opponent. That is crazy. K3 and Intep maybe able to do something at this moment with the Prowler out in the open, and Intep goes for the peak. What is with the plant from Intep? That was very, very unfortunate, and there is the pistols coming out, and who's going to be greater there? It's going to be Arkle with the third. Kirito ending things up with the operator yet again. What was Intep thinking? Planting right in the open. And that is putting them one step closer towards the end of this map. It's going to be Memento Mori 11 and 9 Chapralis.
I still don't think it is over. I actually have a feeling that this is definitely going into overtime, but I hope so. I need some entertainment for the night, and let's hope they give it to us by going into overtime. Uh, I mean, the attackers did definitely have that in their pockets, but then the plant kind of did ruin the chances of winning the round.
Oh, and there is the complete A side push. They don't realize the door is open. They're going to be getting 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to be the slaughter by Medisax by himself, and that's going to be 4 for him. And Arkle takes the one that he wanted. It's 12 and 9 match point towards Memento Mori, and the aggressiveness have paid off definitely for Team Memento Mori.
Memento Mori looks like they have been possessed by something right now. They have been so aggressive and they have been winning duels after duels after duels. And everyone has been popping heads in each team though. Let's just hope it is not the end right now. Memento Mori have a chance to close it down, but let's see if Chapralis can counter-eco them.
And there is the detection that's going to be coming. The breach is going to be flashing, but he's going to be taken on by Arkle. Very unfortunate for the breach. Walkie's going to be very, very disappointed in that because that is not a gunfight he would have lost in normal circumstances. We already have the opening up of the kills, and Arkle's going to be detecting one more, maybe not. The player in drains is going to be slowly peeking up the operator, and the operator is going to be the one proving to be better yet again. And Lion, who's holding up on the B main, is going to be altered by the Fade, maybe detected by him, and the attackers are slowly pushing towards A side where the chamber is holding for them. And the Viper detects the chamber on Dish, and it's going to be the fight by K3. K3 with the Ares, very interesting choice in weapon. Maybe he didn't have the enough economy to pull it off, and K3 slowly pushing towards A side, but they don't really know Kirito's inside, but Intep's going to be taking one, Lion going to be taking one, K3 takes another one with his Ares, and there is the shot from the Ares that has proved it all wrong. Sorry K3 that we doubted you any second now, and it's 10 and 12, still match point for Team Memento Mori.
As I told you, you can never close down. Both of the teams are equally good, and as I said, I want an overtime. Let's hope they give us an overtime. And it was a beautiful lurk coming down from the chamber, and they did get counter-echoed.
That was very well played by both of the attackers who went in from Dish as well as aiming. Though Chamber was able to get complete control of the site, they didn't know there was a player lurking inside of site, and Intep was able to take him down. And we are going to be seeing a two-man A-side push coming in from HKK and Line. They're just going to be farming orbs. They're going to be making a lot of noise in Dish and slowly rotating towards the team where they are situated in the drain. And it's going to be Nightmare peeking up onto Intep in B main. Nightmare has been playing very aggressive, as I was already saying. Memento Mori have been very, very aggressive, and it is paying off for them. Really, Intep wasn't expecting a player out of nowhere to pop up from B main while they have given them so much time already. And the player who's going to be pushing Arcade is going to be the Neon. The Neon waiting up onto the kill, and it's going to be Kirito who's going to be taken on. And there is Walkie with the ultimate waiting to be popped up, and Moko is going to be taking HKK, but the ult has been popped up. The player inside tower is completely concussed, but the attackers not pushed in yet. This might prove very, very bad for them because that's 1 and 2 for Nightmare. That is the third for him this game. Very good detection coming from Fade, and Lion's going to be taking one, maybe one more, maybe not, and he is going to be taken on. That's the end of first map. What a game we've had. Memento Mori 1, Chapralis 0. We're moving forward to the next map. That's going to be on Ascent. Stay tuned. Till then, it'll be off from Drizzlebot and Nightwing.
Signing off. Thank you guys.
Welcome back to the second map of the grand finals. It is Memento Mori against Chapralis. Memento Mori did take the first game of this best of 3 and we've had some technical issues. I think maybe somebody has left. We'll see you guys in like 2 to 3 minutes. back, guys, and it is Ascent. It is the second map for this grand final, and we are going to be seeing Memento Mori take on Chapralis. And the first map that was fractured was actually Chapralis' map. And though it was Chapralis' map, Memento Mori was able to take them down in their map. On this one, we are going to be seeing the controller, double controller pick maybe coming in from Chapralis. The Omen and the Brim have been hovered over. On the other side, we're going to be seeing a very interesting pick coming in from Kirito. He is going to be switching from one Sentinel to other. But this is a very rarely played Sentinel unless it's going to be Ascent. It is the KJ. We are going to be seeing the breach pick coming in yet again. For the initiator, it's going to be Mocho on to the Sova. Ark is going to be picking the Jet, the single duelist for his team. What do you think about the defenders?
Yes, defenders, yeah, it is a very, routine comp that they've chosen, Sova, Chamber, the two duelists and Omen as usual. But then when you look at attackers, Memento Mori have chosen Breach. I don't think I have seen much of Breach in Ascent, given that this is the map chosen by Memento Mori themselves, and it is a very defender-sided map, as we all know, because there are so many choke points starting from the mid-top as we know it.
That is very true, but we are going to be moving forward. Maybe Memento Mori have their plans of their own. Maybe a Breach Jet duo is something we're going to be noticing, witnessing as we move forward. It is the second map of the finals with Memento Mori already leading 1-0.
If you ask, in my opinion, Breach is more of a duelist than an initiator, to be honest, because he has two flashes and a stun and whatever that aftershock, I guess. So the person playing it can be used as a duelist also. And I remember Shazam saying, posting a video saying Breach is the duelist. Changed my mind. So let's see if he can do the same. If Memento Mori can do the same.
And as we are going to be going towards the second match, first round, it's 15 seconds, and we're going to be looking at Team Memento Mori going on the attack yet again. And on defense, it's going to be Team Chapralis and on to Grizzlebot.
They are looking at B push, in my opinion, but then I think there is Reina, Jet, and one more person pushing out of mid. There's 4 in mid, and they are bringing the fight towards Memento Mori. Let's see if they can take down. There's presently 4 coming out for flank, and these people are not going to expect it. I mean, my bad. It is 3 people on flank, and Killjoy is holding, but I actually think it is going to be 1. Let's see if they can take down. They drop down Kirito, and let's see if they can continue the flank and take fights too. They drop not 1 but 2, and this Jet dashes in. Let's see if Inteb is spamming.
1 enemy remaining.
That was unfortunate for the attackers because the defenders were able to easily retake the site with a very good retake strategy coming in. 2 from lane and 1 from stairs, and they were able to mow them down with the frenzy. It is the first round for the defenders, that is Team Chapralis. The guns are going to be bought, and it is going to be K3 yet again on his Marshall. K3 has always been very, very pleasant looking with the Marshall. He's never missed a shot. I won't really guarantee a headshot for you, but he's never really missed a shot that'll hit with the Marshall. K3, very, very important for his team, is going to be playing with a double Sentinel. I just realized, okay, my apologies, it's going to be single Sentinel play coming in from Team Chapralis. We are going to be seeing a completely split push even in the save round for the attackers. That's interesting to see because usually players would go for a pick. They will need at least like 1 gun or 2 when they're going in for a save round. But on this side though, they are going for a split push, and it's going to be the Breach who's going to be beating his first demise. It's going to be on Inteb, and there is Nightmare who's going to be taken down, and there is the spray from Inteb towards the smoke. It's not going to be detecting anybody. Inteb is going to be holding on through the corner, and there is the pre-fire. It's going to be Arkle almost getting the head of Inteb, but Inteb's going to be the one who's going to be taking a lot of damage for Arkle. The 4 attackers are held up onto mid. They don't really have nowhere to go. The defenders are going to be playing the slow game. They don't want to really lose any more guns for themselves, and moving forward to Grizzlebot.
You know, the defenders are playing really well
Spike down
at this
mid.
point.
One enemy remaining.
To be honest, because you know they did take the first round and it is the Rico round, and they are pushing to down towards mid. Walkie drops down everyone. He did get 3 kills at this round, you know, and let's see their breach pick. I don't think it has been proven useful up to this point. So, but let's hope Memento Mori can bring more out of this breach.
To be honest, we have just seen them with the pistols. They've not really picked up the guns in their hands. We're going to be seeing that at this moment. This round, Memento Mori should be able to come back to their stand. They should be able to carry forward the momentum they had in the previous match towards this one, so that they will be able to push towards on this grand finals. And Kirito with his team is going to be peeking from mid. It's going to be multiple people on catwalk, and there is the peak, and there is Mocho with his first kill onto Inteb. It's going to be the breach. I mean, it's going to be the Sova. Mocho slowly pushing up onto A side. K3 with his Marshall yet again is going to be hiding in a corner. He definitely will want to pick at least one before leaving. He does hit the shot as I was talking. He does hit him for 101. The plant by Arkle is going down. It is going to be a very safe plant, not really recommended, but still the job is done. HKK is going to be holding up onto Garden. He's going to be taking down one. That's going to be Lion, who's actually going to be taking down Medisax. On the other hand, will be retraded by Kirito, who's playing it very slow right outside of Garden. The plant has gone down. The attackers are going to be playing in complete sight. Only one that's going to be playing on Garden is the KJ of Kirito. The Omen, the Lion, is going to be still holding it. Walkie with the second yet again. And there's Mocho with the kill. On to K3. Mocho goes on to Walkie as well. It's Lion all alone. Lion's going to be have to do a very hard job here, and it's not going to be working out for him. It's the Sova yet again, but on the other side, that's going to be taking the 4K, and we are at the end of the third round with 2-1 leading Chapralis.
Mocho has been proving that he can play. He is a very flexible agent, you know, and he did play breach last game. He's playing Sova, so you know he did get a 4K. So let's see if he can prove more of himself. They have Memento Mori have taken one round in their bags, and let's see if they can continue their winning streak. They are now pushing towards towards mid.
And we do see a complete A-sided push coming in. The first pick by Inteb onto Nightmare is going to be retraded by Arkle onto Inteb himself. It's going to be a 3v4 situation. The attackers going on and on. That is going to be Mocho with the one. Arkle with 3. The last player standing on scene is going to be taking one. Maybe one more, maybe not. It's going to be Arkle with the 4K. It's the rain of 4Ks that's been happening in the past 3 rounds. The operator has been traded back. Maybe they're going to be dropping it because they don't really want the defenders to collect back again from them.
I actually feel that Chapralis did just piss off Memento Mori by just picking up 2 rounds. They did not make any mistake, to be honest. They just played their game and won 2 rounds, and then Arkle said, you know what, screw you, I'm going to punish all of you, and he did just drop a 4K. And the entry was so good that he dropped HKK Gamer in Garden.
That is very true. We are going to be seeing a B-side push coming in from the attackers. There's going to be a solo player holding up onto B-side. It's going to be Sova. He has played in this position before, but they don't really have guns because they are very low on economy, and Moko is going to be taken on. Maybe not. It's going to be even a beautiful shot onto Medisax. It's the controller that's going to be taken on, but the Sova is going to be immediately removing his counterpart. Sova, it's a 4v4 situation with the plant going down. Mocho has done his part, and there is the Arkle with his knife. That's one. Maybe he'll get one more. Maybe not. The shotgun is going to be proving detrimental, and HKK is going to be taking Arkle down, Nightmare onto the kill by 2 HKK. Attackers are still in the lead, and there is the dart that's going to be not hitting anybody. Nightmare in a very good position for the retake, and that's going to be Kirito on the other hand. That's going to be from B main, who's going to be taking both of these defenders down. Though it was a save round, they were able to take down 2 people. I would say that's alright for the save round.
Walkie landed a really great shot, but then unfortunately he had to be traded out, you know. And if I don't know, we pretty much all saw it. There was an anime battle happening in the CT side between HKK Gamer, between both the Jets, and HKK Gamer, you know what, screw it, I'm pulling out my shotgun and finishing you off. And it was really good to watch, you know. Let's see more of that. Let's hope we see more of that.
Oh, that was very interesting watch. There is a Sova dart that's going to be detecting nobody, but they do know there is a push coming in from B side. The Sova of Walkie is going to be detected. He is going to be pushed out. There is the KJ ultimate that's going to be very, very fatal for the attackers, I mean defenders, because they don't have anywhere to entry from. While the Omen slowly lurks, I love the position that Lion is playing. The Omen is playing K3 with his Odin. He has picked up his Odin yet again. There it is, the second kill for K3. The Omen with 1, 2, maybe 3. Oh, that is beautiful from Medisax. Mocho with his kill, and Medisax is going to go for the 4th. That is the end of that team. And what a lurk coming in from Medisax, yet again proving to be very important to his teammates.
These guys are fighting for 4Ks or aces. Let's see who gets the ace first. And Medusa with the beautiful lurk around around A side, and he did drop 4 kills right now. And I actually think Arkle is not waiting for anything. He's just pushing in and getting them kills, and it's somehow working. And I actually think Chapralis have to punish Arkle at this point, because he's just blindly winning aim battles, and let's hope he gets punished punished by Chapralis.
And there it is. K3 is going to be holding up onto A main while all the other attackers are going towards A shot, and there it is, the push. There is the stun as well, but Intep's going to be taking on 1. K3 is going to be taking Mocho. It's actually going against the attackers because the defenders have picked 2 of the attackers of K3 in a very good position. Is inside the smoke waiting for the peak that is going to be coming in from Chen, and that is what he was waiting for. K3 will get one more on to Nightmare 3v3 situation, and Intep's going to be taking on Medisax as well. 1v4 situation, very, very difficult for Kirito from a spot like this entry. Intep is holding onto A shot. They don't really know where he is from, and there's the 1, there's the 2. Where were you looking at Intep? Actually giving a chance for Kirito at this moment. Maybe Kirito can actually go for the plant at least. He does have the spike in his hand. There is a high chance this can turn around really quick. Lion is going to be slowly pushing up from heaven. Kirito doesn't know the locations of the 2 players. Sova is going to be droning out of hell and is going to be almost finding Kirito, and he does know Kirito is right below there. But Kirito, very, very confused at this moment, doesn't know where the Sova is. Doesn't know where the Omen is, but has a clear idea of where the Sova is. Lion's going to be jumping towards, and that's going to be the first gunfight, and that's going to be 1. That's going to be the 3rd for Kirito. Maybe Kirito can go for 1 more, and maybe he can't walk. He's going to be finishing it off. A good clutch coming in from Walkie. Shouldn't have gone to this length, to be honest. They lost 2 players very early. Very unfortunate for Kirito that he wasn't able to clutch this one.
Actually was rooting for Kirito, I'm not going to lie, because I want to see more of those. And Kirito was expected to, he was expected to deliver a miracle, and he did not deliver a miracle because Walkie had to shut him down, unfortunately. And he did play it really well though. He just had to win the last fight, but then unfortunately it happened.
Unfortunate for Kirito, he was not able to do that. The score is 3-4 with Memento Mori leading 4-3. It's gonna be a A-side push, I can presume. Think is working out for Memento Mori at this point, Grizzlebot.
Sorry?
What do you think is working out for Memento Mori, that they were able to stack 4 rounds already in attack?
Obviously, it is going to be Arkle's aggressiveness. I love this aggressiveness coming from. Let's see if he can prove more with the or is he going to get punished by Intep?
And there is the ultimate from the attackers. There is the smoke. Arkle is going to be getting detected, but not going to be shot down. The attackers have complete control of A side. They're going to be going in for the plant. And we do know Arkle is still holding on to Garden, but he's going to be taken on by the other jet. That's going to be HK Gamer. Mojo goes for 2. And I think Intep is wearing his headphones wrong. He's been looking at the wrong direction for the past 2 rounds. It's going to be a 3v4 situation post plant. Walkie on heaven, completely concussed, is going to be detecting at least 2 people. And Medisax on A main is going to be taken on by Walkie getting taken on by Mocho. Already on 3 for this round. K3 slowly pushing up from Garden, trying to get the one in Gen, and he is going to, and that is going to be K3 versus Kirito 1v1 situation. K3 with shot onto Kirito. It's a 4-4. What a round coming in from K3, being very, very oblivious in the first second, but actually taking down both of these attackers that were holding up really good positions.
What a clutch coming in from K3. He used his ult and he did use it really well. And this clutch I was not expecting it, because I don't know. I just didn't feel it because K3, and K3 said no. I'm gonna prove Grisbot wrong, and he did drop heads and he did clutch the roundup for them. Looks like this is going to be a B push completely, or let's see what they're going to do. I'm excited for what they're going to do. K3 is in a corner.
And we're going to be seeing the attack coming for B side. The defenders have been placed themselves in A side. Pre-assumed that they'll be coming to A, but they're not going to at the moment. The defense actually in B side is pretty weak because the only defender that they actually holding B side is the Sova. None of his utility can really deny entry as such, but yes, he can get a lot of information through it though and wait for his teammates to push back. The defenders are very, very confident that the attackers are going to be coming towards side A, and there is the teleport of the Omen. He's going to be pushing out of Pizza and is going to be going towards CT, and there is the wall bang. It's going to be dealing a bit of damage. Lion taking on Medisax, Walkie taking on Arkle, and it is a 3v5 situation already. What a well played center setup they had, and Nightmare also pushed down to 24 HP.
There is a drone coming up from CT, and it did spot a person in main. Mocho is now inside the site, and let's see if he can get down the plant. And he's clearing the backside, and he's going for a default plant. And he just takes this plant and waiting for people to give him peek so that he can drop one or two. And Nightmare, on the other hand, is in the mid trying to cut off his rotation towards the mid side. Let's see if he can get one. But they're aware of it, and he gets dropped down.
Standing ahead.
Enter with the kill onto the breach. The Sova meeting the other Sova. It's Kirito all alone. Maybe he can take one, maybe not. Walkie with the 3. It is going to be the 5th round for Team Chapralis. They have been performing way better than how they did perform in their own map Fracture.
Flawless.
This is just going back and forth, you know, just like the last game. Let's see if someone gets a hold of it and can take the proper lead. I am hoping for Chapralis to win this round so that we get to watch another match, you know. Let's see if that happens.
That is what the viewers want as well. We need a complete contender in this finals, and we are going to be seeing an A side push with Kirito, who's going to be holding all alone in B side with both of his bots. He's going to be having control to himself, not going to let the attackers flank from there, and he is going to be waiting up for the right moment to push from it. And it's complete catwalk push. K3 is going to be taking the first for himself. Medisax onto the kill, onto HKK. Intep going to be taking out Nightmare as well. The attackers are in trouble, and Intep goes for the second. Walkie goes for a no-one onto Kirito. That is the flanker. I mean, that is the lurker. Mocho with his sheriff holding right outside A with nothing to do at the moment.
At this point, if Mocho can drop K3, he does get it done eventually, and he has a chance to clutch this up. But let's see. Let's hope K3 does not. Okay, he finishes it off. I actually did think, you know, Mocho will drop one and get a gun to clutch this round, but then, you know, I'm just living in my own fantasies.
That works.
Yeah, well played by K3, was able to finish the round off, and we have a 6-4, a 2-point lead for the first time for Team Chapralis rather than in the pistol rounds. K3 picking up his Odin. He has been very, very good with the Odin. And as you can see, Walkie has 17 kills for his team. Initiator popping off. On the other side is going to be Mocho, the other Sova that has been playing very, very well. And we are going to be seeing a mid and A push coming in from the attackers. Arkle with his knives out is going to be holding up onto A main. Nobody is going to be actually pushing him towards A main, though. The Swarm Grenade is going to be proving fatal. Maybe not. HKK is going to actually be taking Nightmare down, but Kirito immediately refrags. I was unsure as to what HKK was thinking. Arkle with the kill onto Intep. It is looking good for the attackers. Arkle on very low HP can actually be taken down with a whiff of a bullet, and there's going to be 2 players that is going to be looking at him, and that's going to be Walkie who's going to be taking him down. The 3v3 situation with this Spike still in the sight of A. There is the flash, and there is Medisax who's going to be flanking. I don't really know why he would do that. He should have went for the shot. Directly Medisax is going to be taken on because he was trying to be overconfident. Walkie with the 3rd kill, the 20th kill for this game, and he is going to be proving very important for this game. And there is the drone that's going to be detecting Kirito. Walkie might go for the peek as well because he is in that form, and there is the peek coming in from Walkie. There is the flash as well. Kirito pushed to a corner, is going to be darted once and shot twice, and that's Walkie with his 4K.
Walkie is sitting at 21 kills and has only
Last round in the
6
half.
deaths. And I have no idea if Medusa has a mic. I would like to ask him what he was thinking. Maybe he was thinking he turned into Flexinja for a second, but then Walkie said, no, you ain't no Flexinja, I'm gonna drop you. And he did drop him, and he did drop 3 more of his teammates, getting 4 kills. And Walkie sitting at 21-6. This is just for an initiator. He's just too good for an initiator. Maybe he should play Duelist or something, you know.
We'll see, because Inteb's been doing a good job as well, and there is the operator of Inteb that's going to be coming on. K3 there with his OD is going to be taking one, and that's going to be the KJ ult. But they weren't really able to take much away from the KJ ult. They do have a bit of a position that they are happy with, but Walkie is going to be taking down one more. The attackers are down to 2 people. It's the KJ that has the spike with her, and she's the last player alive, and she hasn't planted as well. There is the flash that's going to be completely flashing her, and she doesn't really know there is a player who's right behind her, and he's going to be taking on Walkie with yet another 4K. Walkie 25 for the first half. What is happening?
Switching sides.
I actually think Walkie just switched on his axe, you know, 25-6, and he dropped 2 4Ks consecutively. And as I was telling, Arkel's aggressiveness had to be punished, and he has been punished. Chapralis have been punishing Arkel for the past 2 or 3 rounds, I guess. And he did get spammed, tried entering a smoke, and he did get punished again by Walkie. Walkie is just so good in this game. I am sorry to say this, but I actually think he is carrying Chapralis at this moment.
Walkie has been playing very well, and his shots were always been on point. With his ghost out right now, they are going to go for a B and a mid take, because the KJ
Healing area.
being in B side will be very hard for them to tackle if they don't really go in from another position as well. The alarm bot going to be detecting HKK. They know that the players are in mid, and there is the shock card that's going to be dealing damage to 2 players. The Reina as well as the Jet pushed down to 20 HP, completely flashed, not really able to see anything. Intep and the Jet are going to be going inside of side, and there is the Omen that's going to be waiting for them. Mid sacks with one Mojo is one. Kirito takes Walkie, Lion takes Mojo, but it's going to be a 3v2 situation with the attackers and Spike already down. And there is a shot from K3. K3 is going to be taken on by Arkel. It's a 1v3 situation, and Lion's going to be brought down to his knees by Arkel. The round is for the defenders. After so long, Team Memento Mori have been able to take a round for themselves.
Arkel was just 1 bullet away from dying, and he survived through the round. I have no idea how he did that, but then he did give a proper entry to them, and he Memento Mori did properly capitalize that, and they did win the round.
That is true. We are going to be seeing the gun buys coming in for the defenders. That's Memento Mori. They need this round for them to be back on track. They can't make any mistakes. They can't lose a lot of guns. They need every single round going on from here.
HKK Gamer is hoping that they push out of the A site, and he's just sitting behind that box. But they do not push out. Moving on to Nightwing.
Walkie is going to be taken out. Medusa is going to be put back to a 4v4 situation. Very important kill what Walkie picked up right now is because that was with the pistol as well, and he was being able to take down one of the guns. HK Gamer slowly lurking up onto A main, and while Inteb makes all the noise, maybe HKK can actually go for one. Maybe not. Nightmare is going to be taking on Inteb, but HKK and the Omen are inside of side A. They will be able to go for a plant at least. At least that is something good that's going to be coming out of here. And the Jet really listening to the footsteps of Walkie is going to be peeking him out. And Lion with the pistol teasing the defenders that he's still in Gen and not dead yet. There is the first kill for Nightmare, but Lion's going to be taking one down. But Lion's going to be taken down by Arkel yet again, similarly to the last round. Good save coming in for the attackers. They were able to take 2 people down. Lion with a beautiful right click onto the head was something that I would have loved to watch.
Lion, I was the flick, and oh my god. I actually have a feeling that Sheriff is no longer the strongest gun, you know. Classic and a right click, yeah, you're down. That is all I think of. And Lion said, yes, I will do it and show that it is true. And he did show, but then unfortunately, he was dropped down. It was a good save coming from the attackers.
Yeah. The scores are down to 8 and 6 with Team Chapralis that's going to be leading. And we are seeing a completely split push coming in from the attackers. There's going to be 2 people in tiles, and there is the kill from Arkle onto HKK Gamer. Memento Mori trying to push back their shots. Arkle through the smoke. Oh, he's going to be taken on by Inter through the smoke as well. What is happening? And there is the utility from Breeze that's going to be denying entry, at least for now. And they have been focused completely on A side. The chamber going to be should be very cautious because he was almost drowned out in A main while all the other attackers are holding up onto A shot. Oh, beautiful shot coming in from Intep. The flash that was turned away, and there is Lion with his blind. He is going to be detecting one, but Mojo takes one, but he's going to be immediately eliminated. Walkie with 4 HP is as good as dead at this moment. Intep is going to be holding Garden while the defenders are slowly pushing up from CT. Intep's going to be meeting Medisax, and Medisax is going to be taken out. It is yet again in Kirito's hand and his operator, and he is going to be taken out. It's 9 and 6 towards Team Chapralis. They are playing this very, very well in Team Memento Mori's map.
Memento Mori, this Ascent is a very defender-sided map, and it was chosen by Memento Mori. But I actually think Chapralis have got the better of it, given that they are leading at this point and they are playing attacks so well and so coordinated. And Intep shouldn't have been alive, given that he had a Spectre in his hand. I mean, the guy who took a fight had a Spectre in his hand, but then he did heal himself and move on.
There is the Odin spray coming through B main. It is giving somebody the taste of their own medicine, I guess. And there is the ultimate from Arkle on A shot, and there is Nightmare with the kill on K3, losing a lot of real estate. They don't really have control anymore, but Medisax also has a gun. The ultimate from the breach can prove very, very important in this round as well. Arkle is going to be going for the peak. And there is Mojo with 1, Mojo with 2, and that's the spike down. And this swarm grenade is opened up as well. The Odin versus Odin inside of B main, and it is going to be a 5v2 situation with the blind coming in from the Omen, and that's going to be Medisax with the first, Medisax with the second. That's the end of round 16, and it's going to be Memento Mori's 7 to Chapralis 9.
Nightmare did prove that he is actually a Nightmare. He popped the head and took a gun and gave a gun to his teammate, and they did go on to win the whole round. And the Odin, they have taken the Odin. Yes, Memento Mori have taken the Odin, I guess, and they are putting it to proper use. I'd say. Let's see if they can spam and get more out of it.
K3 is back with his Ares, though K3 has been a very good LMG player. We've seen that last time as well. He's just waiting for the spray so he can spray back through it. And there it is, the spray from K3. Will it prove fatal? Maybe not. K3 was actually able to get few shots onto Kirito, but Kirito is going to be pushed out more. On the other hand, Mojo pushes out of B main and gets 2 for himself. What a play coming in from Mojo. It's a 3v4 situation, putting the attackers in a dire situation yet again. Immediately impact coming in on mid, and we are going to be seeing a 2v3 situation. The Omen is going to be on a very low HP, and he's going to be holding B main onto Grizzlebot.
These guys are it is right now 2v3 for the attackers, and they still haven't rotated, to be honest, because they have no idea where they're going to hit. And Intep is slowly going towards CT, and let's see if he can put down the breach. Good. Oh, he does put down the breach, and let's see. It is 2v2 at this point. He gets hold of Heaven. He takes Heaven control, and Arkle is very much aware that he is supposed to be in Heaven, and he is pushing towards CT. But then Arkle was still in sight, and he drops him down. Let's see if Intep can clutch this round up, since it is 1v2. Arkle still in sight, waiting for Omen. He flashes them. Waiting for
Lion
Omen. Oh my god, what a clutch coming up from Lion. He played that so well, flashing Arkle and teeping up. He did become Flexinja at this point. I am sorry if I offended you.
It was Medisax who actually tried to teleport with the flash previously, but Lion was actually able to successfully complete what he wanted to do. He actually didn't go to any trollish point where he goes to heaven to peek or something. He took a very good position right above the boxes, which caught the player from heaven off guard as well, but also was not able to be killed by the player who was inside the smoke.
Cover going out.
The Odin spray is coming through, and it's not really going to be detecting anyone. Nightmare and his two teammates are going to be holding A for no reason. And though the attackers have some control of mid, they have not really pushed into any of the mains yet. The KJ setup is completely set up for side of B, and A is going to be held only through tree and garden, and nobody's going to be playing inside site. Still 5v5, we have 53 seconds in the clock, and we do see K3 slowly holding up onto the site of B main. Mocho with his Odin is not going to be peeking anybody right now. There is the flash, there is the pick, and the Lion's going to be the first one for this. And Aki gets 1, 2, 3, he's going to be taken on by HK Gamer. It's a 2v3 situation with the spike drop. The spike immediately picked up, and the trade also going up, and I don't really know what HKK was thinking there. Medisax goes to the kill with the Stinger. It's a 2v1 situation. The spike dropped and is in the hands of the defenders.
I have the spike.
He does pick up a spike. He does have 15 seconds. What can he do here? And there comes the blind. The blind is going to be pushing K3 into side. They know where his location is. 5 seconds to plant, and he's going to be going for the push. He's going to be going for the kill. That's Medisax, and that is the defuse. That is 10 and 8, the end of round 18 with 2 points in the lead. It's going to be Team Chapralis.
They get 3 kills, 3 crucial kills to be honest. And, he played really well that round, and those 3 kills proved to be very crucial. And I don't know why HKK pulled out his class, even though he had a gun. I'm pretty sure there were enough bullets to take a fight, but he said no, I prefer the classic. Maybe he was inspired by Lion, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, good round coming in from the attackers. At last, they were able to get this off the defender's stance. Medisax was able to be taking the heads off the attackers on that one. Oh, there is the push coming in from the Jet. The Jet has been taken down by Intep. Arkle being very aggressive yet again. I don't really think that was the play for this time, because this time around they lost the gun because the opponents really don't have much economy to go with. And Mocho is going to go for this play. He's not going to be finding anyone, but the damage has been done. The Reina has been pushed to very low HP. Medisax taking down the other one who was very low on HP. K3 takes down Medisax, who was holding up on to mid top. It's a 2v3 situation. The attackers just have the Omen and the Chamber left. They do have enough utility, but K3 is going to be playing inside of A side this time, and that's going to be proving very bad for K3.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
See if we can clear it. Let's see if
That's the end of round 19. We have another round for Team Memento Mori, and this game has been going up and down, but Memento Mori have never been able to get the lead in this one. At least in the starting, when they were 4-2, that was the last time they ever had a lead against Chapralis, and now it's 10-9, but it has always been Chapralis who had the 2 points lead. It's going to be a complete B-side push. The Odin in the hands of Mocho yet again. The Breach is going to be using his utility, and they are going to be trying to get one, maybe more, but they're not able to. The B-side push is on, and the attackers are going to be very, very aggressive about it. And there is the Jet who's pushed in. There's the first kill on Intep. Intep's going to give hitting one. There's the knife. The Mocho onto one. Arkle is going to be taken on by K3 through the smoke. HKK onto the kill, onto Mocho Mocho 2v4 situation, 2v3 that was made because of Medicine. Medicine goes 1-2, 1-3, and that was a lineup coming in from them. And Medicine goes for the flash, and he goes for the fourth as well. What is happening is the Omens that's been popping out lately, and what a round we've had. And what are we watching? It's down to 10-10 yet again. Memento Mori proving to be very, very good in their defensive side as well.
Four people.
Turret out.
Moving forward to the 21st round, and we can see the economy of the attackers have been damaged really bad, and they are unable to do anything. But Intep's going to be taking down Arkil, the operator. Intep's going to be taking one more. That's going to be Medisac. Medisac though was able to get a kill. It's the loss of guns that's going to be hurting them, and Intep's going to be picking up one more if Kirito doesn't really watch this properly. And there is the gun that's going to be picked up. Intep already has a gun. This can prove very fatal for the team because they do have a gun now, and Intep can be very important in a round like this, where if he gets one more, he can provide another gun to his teammates. To the head of HKK Gamer. Maybe Intep should have helped HKK out in that situation. Line and Intep both waiting right outside offside A without the spike. They know they just need more picks. And Lion is not really going to be doing much at this moment. He's going to be waiting for a pick to come to himself. There is the Sova Dart that is going to be detecting Intep. Maybe not, but Kirito actually listens to the footsteps of Intep, and he knows that he's somewhere here. There is the alarm bot that's going to be detecting there. And the bot as well, it's going to be start hitting him, and the bot being taken down. Line is going to be entering. At the same time, Intep's going to be pushing up onto guard, and that is going to be very important for Kirito to take down Intep at this moment. It's a 1v3 situation. Line all alone inside the site with 125 HP and a Sheriff and a huge dream of making this to their lead. Can he do this? That is the concussion hit directly onto the heads offline. They're not going to be doing any harsh mistakes at this moment. They know that line is low. Mocho takes him down. It is the lead for Team Memento Mori. This is the first ever lead for them in the map of Ascent.
Nightwing just jinxed Memento. I mean, Chapralis by saying they haven't taken the lead, or they haven't taken the lead, and they will be wrong, Nightwing. So let's see if they can continue the lead and close this match, close the series up by winning 13-10, or will Chapralis give a comeback and or take it into overtime? Let's see.
Mori goes for 2 more rounds. That's it. That's the end of these grand finals. It's going to be them who's going to be the champions of this third VCT conducted by Chibi Esports. There is Mocho trying to detect at least 2 people. He knows that there's somebody inside of B side, but he's not going to be detecting anybody. The Sova Dart coming in and not detecting anyone as well. All the 5 players of the attackers waiting right outside A side. They're getting a bit impatient. Maybe they can go for 1 or 2. Oh, it's not going to be happening. It's going to be Nightman who's going to be taking on HKK Gamer. Intep onto the wall bank, and he's going to be taking on 1. He's going to be taken on by Mocho's Odin. He was situated inside Votos, and there is the wall bank, and he's going to be peeking out, and he has seen at least 3 people in that play, and he gets taken down. That's K3. So pretty low on HP is going to go for the plant. The Odin in the hands of K3. Very scary to look at. Line in a very good position inside of B side. But it's going to be Medusax who's actually going to be detecting Lane. But Lane is going to be the one who's going to be winning that gunfight between the Omens. Line teleporting immediately to the other side. Arkil waiting for Line to peek, but I don't think that's something he'll be doing. The Odin sprays through the wall, and there is Line on the shot onto Arkil. Beautiful shot. Kirito is going to be taken on by Line as well. The Omen's been popping off. What I've been saying, 11-11. With round 22 down, it's still even.
He was holding that angle, and then he did make it.
Here. Cover going out.
5v5 situation with the attackers holding up outside of B side. The KJ setup that had been shifted towards A side 3 rounds back is still going to be holding inside of A. The attackers, knowing this, they still think they're only good chance is in B side where they did win the last round. They're slowly going to be pushing towards of A shot as well. Chamber trying to get a pick or a two, or at least a look into some of the enemies, and he's not able to find anyone. The attackers are slowly pushing up onto A shot, where they'll be waiting to be met with the KJ utility. Intep, knowing that there is a player close to garden, is going to be waiting out the smoke. There is the dart, there is the flash, there are two guns that's just going on and on. Jet is going to be pushing closer, and there's going to be the first fight. The Omen with the blind is not able to take anyone. The well played smoke coming in from Lion as well. Oh, it's a 5v5 situation with K3 getting the first kill of this round. Arkle taken down. Medusa unable to finish off K3. It's a 5v4 situation. Looking good for the attackers. Until I said that, defenders are going to be going in for the KJ utility. Medusa with the first kill for himself, and HKK on to the kill for Mocho. And there is K3 in a very good position. He's going to be taken down by Medusa. That's the 3v3 situation, and there goes down the KJ ultimate. The diffuse has been half, and there comes the detection. Kirito getting a kill onto Walkie. 2v3 situation. Diffuse still not going down. They don't have much time. They have to go for at least a half right now, and that is what they will do. And there goes the half, and maybe for the full, he's going to be sticking it. Maybe he can't. This is very unfortunate. Kirito goes for the stick, but he can't. It is going to be Team Chapralis going towards the match point in the second match of this grand finals.
Match point.
It is 11 to Chapralis right now. Can they close this up, or is it going to go into overtime?
Let's see what happens. We really can't think of anything right now. It's been a very good game until this moment. The ups and downs every single time. Can't really detect who's going to be coming out on top of this situation.
HKK Gamer is in a very good spot, thinking that they're going to push out. And would the drone detect him? Oh, it has detected him, and he drops down and waits for people to push out. And let's see if we can get one or two.
We are going to be seeing a mid push coming in again. The Chamber holding a very, very passive angle in their spawn is actually holding the flank. I think that is something that won't be useful against a team like Memento Mori. They haven't really pushed out of their sites yet. They did in Fracture though, but at this moment around, they haven't really done much. The defenders are not going to be giving any peaks. They are going to be waiting it out, because this is a very important round for them. Because if they lose this, then it is going to be pushing the teams on a 1-1 situation in the grand finals of best of 3. There comes the blind that's from Medusa, and Medusa has not used his blind yet. He has waited it out. It's still a 5v situation with 30 seconds to go, and this is going to be very interesting because they are slowly pushing towards B side, and there is the first gunfight that we're going to be noticing. It's going to be Walkie, who's going to be taken on by Mocho, and there is the gun for the attackers. Arkle is going to be holding up inside of sight, and there is the drop, and there is the flash as well. There's the first kill for Arkle. That's going to be immediately taken on by HKK Gamer. The plant is going to be going down in a very different position, and not getting detected. It's a 3v5 situation. Nightmare takes down one. It's a 2v1, 2v4 situation. Pretty hard for K3. He has to pop off at this moment. If K3 doesn't get his first pick, then it's going to be pretty hard for himself. K3 gets one. Maybe he can get one more. Maybe he can't. Line gets taken out. It's going to be a 2v1 situation. Both the defenders slowly pushing towards K3. They know the position of K3, and K3 gets pushed up on both sides. It's going to be Nightmare who's going to be taken out. There is the BM, and there is the defuse. It's going to go into overtime, people, and we are on to the 25th round.
Both ways, they are going into overtime right now. Chapralis and Memento Mori are fighting each other back to back, and they have pushed it into overtime. Let's see who can get 2 rounds in a row and win this.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
We are into overtime, and we do see the attackers have not changed anything in their plans. They are not going to be attacking A side. Oh, my apologies. It's going to be Memento Mori who are going to be attacking, and they are going to be going in for a complete mid-side push. The defenders, knowing something similar to this, is going to be holding A completely, but it's a complete mid-push coming in. Arkal already with his complete aggression is going to be running towards side, and he's going to be closing the door, and he's not yet detected anybody. Nobody's going to be looking at lane, and that's going to be very, very proving. I don't really understand why people don't pull that corner. Walkie goes in for a walk in the park. Interp gets one. That is unfortunate for Nightwing. 2v4 situation proving to be very good for team Chapralis. Kirito on to B main, gets detected. The plant is not yet gone down. HKK taking the kill onto Kirito. 1v4 situation. Though Mocho was able to get one, maybe he can't go for the two, and it's going to be 13 and 12. Yet again putting team Chapralis on a match point.
Switching sides. Match point.
There has been and as usual, the first gun round they did put mid just like they did last round, and I'm pretty sure they didn't expect that.
Who will I spot first? Here.
We're on to the 26th round of this match, and slight signs of aggression coming in from Medusax with that very uncanny smoke. I don't really understand what that was. Maybe it was a mistake smoke. Instead of the half smoke, he had put it in a different box. HK Gamer, with the help of his chamber, is going to be slowly pushing in towards the side of A. They have not usually done this. They actually think they'll be able to bluff the team out, thinking that maybe this time the KG setup is not in A. Maybe this time we're going to be pushing completely inside of A side. And there is the... Oh, the bot is being completely closed off by the smoke, but the defenders do realize the attackers are here. They're going to be slowly rotating, except the Sova, who's going to be holding up on to B main. Attackers have not made any more progression. They are just waiting this out. They've been using a lot of time right now. A lot of time definitely has been lost. The smoke sound will say that somebody is close to B side, but it was just a bait, which is actually working. Which is actually going to be working towards the favor of the attackers. One smoke made 3 people from B side push towards B. I mean, 3 people from A side push towards B, and the plant will go down any second now. Well played by the attackers. A single smoke changed the whole game at this moment. It was all thanks to the Jet. And the post-plant 5-way situation not really looking good for the defenders. And there is the first pick for Kirito onto Intev. Intev's going to be taken out. And the spray through the... Wow, that's going to be Mocho taking down onto Walkie. It's a 3v4 situation. Mocho coming with the dart, trying to detect one more. Maybe not, he won't be able to. But it's going to be HK Gamer. Chen, who's going to be taking 2. He's going to be taken on by Kirito immediately. It's a 2v2 situation. And there comes the fake defuse. Kirito still holding up onto guard and not really realizing that the player is in A main. They know both are in A main right now, but they don't really have much time. It is the second map. It is going to go towards Team Chapralis. We've been having an amazing grand finals, and it is going to be pushed towards the third map, and that is going to be on Haven.
See, though he's not on top of the leaderboard and he will prove that well. He knows.
Welcome back, people. We have the third and the final map that decided on Haven for the grand finals of Chibi Esports third Valorant community tournament. We have Memento Mori going against Chapralis. With the first map went towards Memento Mori, but Chapralis were able to take back the second one. The interesting part here is Memento Mori were able to win in Chapralis' map, but Chapralis were able to win in Memento Mori's map. And here we are on the decider. It's going to be Haven and on to the agent selection towards Grizzlebot.
Arkle is playing Yoru in Heaven. Yes, it is a big map, but oh, never mind. He just changed it to Jet. And moving on to Chapralis, they are playing the new meta. As I told, they are playing the 2 initiator meta with 1 controller and Raze as the only duelist and Chamber as the sentinel. And attackers being Memento Mori. They've only logged Breach, who's going to be playing the initiator. They're surprisingly using Breach a lot. They've used Breach in all 3 maps, I guess. So let's see how this goes. They have Fade as the single initiator and a single duelist and 1 controller. They also have 2 initiators. My bad, Breach and Fade.
So it is going to be the same lineup on both sides, except for the duelist change. It's going to be Raze on the side of Chapralis, while on the side of Memento Mori, it's going to be a Jet. And as we move forward, it is the final map of this decider. I mean, best of 3. And we are going to be having it on Haven, a very interesting map, which most likely on my head is going to be attacker-sided. What are your thoughts about Haven on a tournament on that for a finals?
Yes, it is. I think this is also an easy attacking map because there are 3 sides and you just have to keep rotating. It will be a big headache for the defenders. So let's see how well the defenders keep up for the first 12 rounds. And moving on after that, we'll see how Chapralis play their attack, given that they are playing Raze and the only duelist in Memento Mori is Jet. So let's see how they gain entry.
And as we move forward, it's going to be the first round. And the attackers have crowded outside of Garage and C Long as far as right now. Maybe that is where the push will be happening. The defenders, on the other hand, has not yet determined the positions that they are going to be playing. We see 3 of the defenders just waiting outside spawn. Oh, it is a pause that has been called because of, I think it's Kirito who's AFK? Or maybe it's Mocho on a chamber. My apologies. It's Kirito is not going to be a sentinel anymore. He's going to be playing an initiator. Arkle still on the duelist Nightmare with the initiator of breach, Meduzak, still going to be holding up onto the controller position he's been playing for the past 2 games as well. On the other side, we can see Lion still on the moment. Waki is going to be holding up onto breach. K3 yet again on the chamber, very well accustomed to how a chamber should be playing. Intev is going to be stepped down from the duelist and going to be giving that role to HKK, while Intev is going to be picking up an initiator.
Mocho, as I told last game, he has been very flexible. He played Sova and Breach, and now he's playing Chamber. Let's see what he can do in Chamber and how talented he is in Chamber. And Kirito, Breach, as he said. So let's see if they could exchange their characters and rack up kills and pop off.
And the go signal has been given. We are going to be starting with the first round. It is going to be a C-side push coming in from the attackers, I guess. And they are going to be pushing up onto the garage. The defenders have been separated onto different positions. The chamber pushing up close and being taken on by Kirito. It's a first kill coming in for Kirito as the fade. Waki is going to be trying to deny the entry into C, but the attackers have complete control, and it's going to be a post-plant situation that the defenders have to play at this moment. Metasax has planted it. Arkle is going to be taking a pretty aggressive position at this moment. The only player who's going to be playing all the way from C-Long is going to be Kirito, while all the other players are actually stuck up on the default box plant. Oh, what a kill coming in from Mocho with his headhunter, takes down HKK. Arkle for 1, Nightmare for 1. It's 1v5 situation, and the last player alive, Lion, is in a very, very bad spot, and he's going to be taken out as well. Okay, the knife attempt was denied. Lion on 17 HP is going to be taken on by Nightmare, and that is the first round for team Memento Mori.
Didn't play that well, but then we have to talk about what K3 was trying to do. I don't know, he just placed his TP down and pushed down C-Long, and he was punished by Kirito. And
I need this.
Grizzlebot's been having some issues with his mic. He'll be connected any second back. Until then, we are going to be seeing an B-side attack maybe coming in. The person who's going to be holding garage is actually going to be peeking out. It is the chamber. The chamber is going to be finding the other chamber, maybe not. The breach, on the other hand, slowly pushing up. It's going to be K3 on the head of Mocho, and the breach is in a good position, waiting for the rotate towards C. There's not going to be Z. Nobody holding up onto the side of A. It is going to be a 4v5 situation. The attackers who had the guns in hand has lost their first player. The breach tried to stun towards and take a bit of attention towards himself, but there is going to be literally no movement from the attackers. The attackers are going to be holding it still very slow. Nobody actually expects an B-side push anymore because the defenders are looking around. They are like, this might be changing any second now, and there is the A-side push. They are going to be hearing it, and Fade is going to be using her Prowler. Raze, listening to all these footsteps, is going to be giving the call of the rotate, and there it is. They are going to be detecting them. HKK Gamer taking some damage from the Spectres of the attackers. Oh, multiple utility ports posted up, and Arkle is going to be taking on Waki 4v4 situation. And there is the kill from HKK onto Arkle, being very aggressive, doesn't always pay up Arkle, and Nightmare is going to be taking on HKK. It's a 3v3 situation. The Fade very low on HP is going to be taken on. That's going to be Intep, who's going to be going down with his teammate Lion. 1v3 situation. It is all up to the hands of Mocho, who's going to be coming from shot. K3, who's going to be coming from shot. He's going to be taken out by Kirito. It's a 2v. It's a 2-0, and it is going to go towards the team of Memento Mori. Another pause has been called. Kirito has been disconnected yet again. Pretty unfortunate on his part. The pause has been called with 11 seconds to spare, just like last time. And we are going to be waiting for the player to be coming back. We're on to the third round, and the attackers do have the guns and pistols from the previous round. They are going to be slowly pushing up towards Seaside, hitting a few shots onto the chamber, pushing him down to 72 HP. Good recovery from the chamber, though. He was able to teleport out of that. Mocho getting detected on C-Long is going to be pushed towards the cubby. The Rave, on the other hand, is going to be using a lot of his utility to clear the people right outside B side, and he's been cornered to death, maybe. Arkle is not able to hold on to that position anymore. The attackers have not made any really good how do I call this, advances in this round. They are able to cover their own flanks, but not really able to do any much of a damage to the defenders. Lion is going to be peeking up onto B-Long. He knows there is a person who is holding on to B-Long, and the garage control that has come is going to be helping Lion get one, but it's going to be immediately refragged by Mojo. K3 onto the kill, onto Kirito. It's a kill from Nightmare yet again. K3 being taken out. People with the gun is going to be the ones that's going to be taken out immediately. Mojo with a kill onto Walkie. Walkie is going to be refragged. 1-2v1 situation. 1v1 situation. Mojo on 3. While Intep is going to be using all his utility and getting a headshot onto Mojo. Well played by Fade, and that is the first round for Team Chapralis. Good save coming in from them, though. They were able to take down 4 people before actually going down. And what do you think about that, Grizzlebot?
I'm so sorry, Nightwing. My mic has not been, helping me out very well. So I'm sorry. I will be continuing from the next round.
We are going to be seeing a complete A-sided attack coming in from the attackers. That is Memento Mori. Memento Mori are going to be smoking the close path and is going to be pushing up onto short. And the Fade, detecting that this push is happening, is going to be going to play for a retake. It's completely smoked off. They are not able to see anybody. But the Raze's utility might prove to be very, very important in this situation. Intep was trying to get a few picks. The initiator not really being able to initiate anything until now. K3 with a kill onto Mojo. That's a 4v5 situation. Post plant, and there is the TP. He's very confused, but he actually went towards hell. 4v5 situation. Fade using his utility to push people back down. Kirito getting one, HKK getting one onto him. Walkie with the last kill onto Kirito. 4v1, which was pushed down, and the win for Chapralis yet again.
That was a very good retake, to be honest. And they came from all sides and took fights, and they did win it eventually. And yes, the Omen teleport did screw up the guy in heaven, and eventually he did teleport to hell. And but anyways, the round was won by the attackers. The defenders, being Chapralis.
We are moving forward to the 5th
is going
round
to win this?
I'm not really going to answer this. Yes, we did both pick each team for ourselves. I did pick Chapralis and you said Memento Mori, but I'm not really sure anymore. Both the games have been very, very close, and we really can't call out a clear winner until this map of Haven is over, and there is the utility pushed towards Seaside and getting detected. He's still going to be taken on. That's going to be Walkie getting the first kill onto Arkel, and Arkel's going to be taken down. The Jet trying to get an entry for his teammate will be the one who's taken down actually.
In my opinion, Arkel needs to calm down. He has been aggressive all game. All the 3 matches. So maybe they use him in a more passive way, and gain entry properly, and not in bind to his aggression and push in blindly.
True, that is very true. The round has become very, very slow, and Medufax is in a good position to push and take down Intep, and he was able to take down only one. The Lion's going to be immediately refragging him. The plant is going to be going down with no guns at hand. It's going to be pretty difficult for the attackers to come back from this and hold up onto their post plant situation. Mojo's operator is going to be a huge determining factor for this round, because if he is able to get at least one and being able to rotate back, Nightwing's going to be taken on HKK, and there is the ultimate, and ultimate's not going to be really helping anybody though. Walkie already on the default plant is going to be waiting, and there is the diffuse that's going to be happening. There's the first kill for Mojo. Maybe he can go for the other, maybe not. It's going to be Kirito who's going to be taking. That is the thrifty round coming in for the attackers. What a round for Team Memento.
Yes, Mojo did prove to be vital with his op. Last round, they said use your ult, but be useful to us, and then he did prove to be useful for them, and he did get the round to be on the side of Memento Mori.
And we are moving forward. It's going to be a C and a garage take with, yet again, they do have that one player who's going to be lurking, and we have a 4-man C-long push coming in. This is going to be very, very easy to take for them, as there is nobody holding up onto C side, and they don't really have much utility to take care of it as well. And there is the kill from K3. K3 playing it very, very passive, and there is the kill from HKK. Line goes on to 1-2. Medusa is going to be taken on, so is Kirito. It's the last player alive, and Nightmare is in a very bad position with all of his opponents just spraying him through the smoke, and he's going to be taken on as well. That's the end of round 6, and the score is 3-3. You can't really separate these two teams in the terms of score.
They're just going back and forth and back and forth. So let's hope one of them, can get the proper lead and finish this off. But I doubt they're going to give up on each other. I mean, both teams are not going to give up, and they are going to fight till the end. So let's see how it goes, I think.
The attackers, though getting good entry always, are unable to play proper post-plant situations, because most of these rounds they were able to plant the bomb. Yes, but they were unable to hold on to it. And there is the 3-man push towards Garage, and none of them they're taken down. Kirito is going to be taken down. Inteb on the other hand, and it is going to be Arkell who's going to be holding the garage door, though there is nobody pushed up towards. Oh, that's going to be K3 onto Mocho. Mocho is a 4v4 situation. HKK Gamer taking a beautiful damage, and Medisax is going to be taken on Lion, who is on top of site B. There comes the smokes, there comes the rotation from the attackers. K3 on a very good position with his operator, that is B window. He is going to be taking down Medisax, and he's going to be taking down one more. That's going to be Arkell, and Nightmare is going to be taking K3 down, but Walkie is going to be immediately refragging him. It's a 1v2 situation, and HK Gamer is going to be taking on Kirito as well. What has happened in this game?
K3 did prove vital with his op, and he was in a really good position and took down 3 people in that round. So, and Walkie did well to refrag him, and yes, it is now Chapralis playing in the lead.
Moving forward to the 8th round of this game, and we still haven't really seen much of a lead being taken by any of these teams. Though it is an attacker side match, the defenders have also played it really well, and Mocho is going to be getting a kill onto K3. That is going to be the first pick for this game, and we do know that they don't really have much guns to work with, but the operator is in the hands of Nightmare. What a shot though! With the headhunter, he was able to actually take down the person with the operator. All the attackers completely scrambled around mid and A side. They are just waiting for more picks to be coming towards their way. They do know there's nobody below garage, but they do see one above, and that is going to be HKK, who's going to be taking down Arkell with a grenade. Midsax not checking his right corner. It's going to be taken on, maybe not. It's going to be Walkie who's going to be taken on. The Stinger on that close range is too lethal, and Inteb is going to slowly trying to detect somebody. And there is the 1, there is the 2, maybe HKK gets 1, and there is the nade. And they still don't have the spike with them. They do, and there is the rotation. Mocho is going to be going for a second kill, and on to Inteb. What a player Mocho has been in this round as well. It's a 2v3 situation. The plant already going down. The breach waiting up onto A main, just playing post plant at this moment.
So Memento Mori are not.
Okay, that's alright. So we are going to be seeing a push coming in from the defenders. They don't really mind the players on the side of shot. It's going to be Lion with the first kill onto Nightmare, but Mocho with 3 and 4. Wow, what is this man made of? He is definitely hunting heads.
Mocho is not only an initiator, but he has proved to be good with the Sentinel. I did say we hope that he proves to be good in the chamber, and yes, he has been good on the chamber, and he just picked 4 heads off. And as I told you, the headhunter cannot be excluded anytime, anywhere, because it is a built-in guardian.
That is very true. At the end of 8 rounds, we're still square to 4 and 4. The attackers always playing complete split, not really committing to one side. That is usually how I would recommend playing Haven, to be honest. And Walkie is going to be pushing back. They do detect K3, and K3 is going to be taking down the head of Kirito, who was behind Nightwear, and Arthur's going to be getting one onto Walkie. That is going to be putting them on a 4v4 situation. The guns not really helping Inteb at this moment. He only has a Sheriff. Mocho on the other hand is going to be taking on HKK Gamer as a 3v4 situation, post-plant situation, if I must say. And there comes Lion. Lion's trying to get somebody who's going to be holding the back of the site, but doesn't detect anyone. Mocho slowly pushing him onto Garage. Nobody is actually expecting somebody to come through this. He might be able to get one or maybe two. And there is the first peek for him onto the person who's going to be waiting for it. And that's one, that's two, and that's Mocho's second round with 3 kills in the least, and there it is, the 4K, 2 4Ks, 8 kills in 2 rounds. Mocho's changing the momentum for Memento Mori.
It is just going back and forth. I actually think this is another overtime, but yes, we will be entertained for the overtime by the overtime, because both of them are not going to give up easily, and each of them are playing their roles, and they are playing really well also. So let's see who this is going to side towards.
And there is the first kill for K3. He's going to be the one who's going to be getting the kill with his headhunter. Oh, Walkie is completely undetected. He can actually push out of this, maybe get one, maybe not. Kirito's going to be taking on Walkie. It's a 4v4 situation. There is Inteb who's trying to get a pick, but he's going to be taken down by Mocho. But K3, what a shot coming up onto the player with his headhunter yet again. 2 kills with the headhunter. These chamber players are built different. The A side push slowly for the attackers. They do know the defenders don't have much guns to work around with.
Since it is an eco for the defenders, but they are not to be taken lightly, because they do have marshals, and HKK Gamer is still holding the garage, hoping that they are going to push through. And the chamber has completely pushed out of C, and they want to win this round. They are going to confirm this round, and hence they are playing in their ults. They put in the fade ults, and they are going for the plant. And Line is waiting for the rotate and waiting for his teammates. Staying calm so the chamber can rotate. Hold on to you.
And we are going to be seeing they've been put on a 3v3 situation, and there is HKK with the revolver. He's going to be picking up a gun, and it does, and it is a 2v3 situation, looking very good for the defenders at this moment. Lion on top of the box is going to be detected, and there is the Memento Mori players getting 1 and 2. Lion still trying to clutch this back. He knows he's in a good position. There is the half diffuse coming in, and there he is going for the full diffuse, and he might be able to get it as well. Kirito, what were you doing? Pros really don't fake, it seems. But Lion, what a player. He was able to hold on to his nerves and was able to stick that diffuse.
I just told you that you can never, they just got thrifty. You can never explode when they are in ecos, because anything can happen in this game. This game is full of up and down, and it is 5-6 at this point. So let's see who goes into attack with the lead, or is going to be 6-6.
Yep, the attackers yet again in their default positions are not really going to be doing anything overboard, but the grenade is going to be getting HKK. HKK gets his second kill onto the opponents with a grenade. That is very, very unpleasing to watch, because that's not something, that is not a position you are supposed to lose immediately. And that's going to be the breach that's going to be taken on the only flashing agent that they have. Haunt has been destroyed by the operator being detected. Kirito slowly pushing back and going to go towards his teammates.
This looks like an ambush right now, so they're just grouping outside A, and Omen is trying to get some information by throwing a smoke, and he is trying to hold his position off and hold the side so that his people can rotate, and he's 3 feet away right now.
That's going to be Midsax, and Kirito getting one for each other. Walkie's going to be getting one for himself. It's yet again a 3v3 situation with multiple people detected. Intep is in a very good position to actually go for the picks. And he's going to be getting one HKK on 1-1 and 2-1-3. And that is the end of round 11. What a player HKK has been. He's going to be getting this round to his own pocket. Very well played, good use of his ultimate and good aim that has all helped him towards the clutch of this round.
HKT Gamer has been very annoying with his utility.
Last round
and
before
he
the switch.
was annoying again. He got his second kill with the nade he threw on outside garage, and it was, to be fair, it was the same place and the same grenade. And yes, Mori did lose twice to the grenade.
That's very true, that's unfortunate. And the defenders are actually having a lead in an attacker sided map. Maybe that will prove fatal to them at the end of this game, because this is the last map of this tournament. The Valorant Community Cup Community Tournament by Chibi Esports, it will come to an end with this map, and they will need to do something about this. They will need to get this round. It's very important to get at least 6 rounds in your attack. Walkie is going to be waiting up with his utility and his ultimate. He just waited for them to go for the plant. He is going to wait for the complete retake by his teammates. And that is what we are going to be seeing. There is the people who are going to be pushed out. What a shot coming in from HKK. Arkle gets one. Kirito gets one onto HKK. Oh, what a shot coming in from Mojo on Arkle. It's going to be ending the drought the attackers had. It's going to be a 6-6. Good half coming in for them. And that is the end of first half, and we are still square.
HKK Gamer tried his best, you know, he was flying and shooting around with the Phantom, but he could only get one, and he was traded out. And the retake, I actually thought the retake was going to be completed, and you know, Chapralis would win that round, but then Memento Mori said no, we have this round in our pocket, and they quickly finished it by trading and, you know, taking fights and winning them as usual.
Okay, and as we move forward, it is the 13th round. We're going to be seeing a similar setup coming in from the attackers this time around. There's going to be 2 players on A, 1 on B, and 2 on C as well for the defenders. Complete garage push, maybe not. They're going to be slowly pushing up onto B side. They know they will be very surprised with a B push at this moment of the time, and HKK gets yet another kill with his utility. That man has been popping off, definitely, with 13 and 8 for this game. Mojo on the other hand with 17 and 8. There comes the kill for HKK yet again. It's going to be a 3v5 situation. HKK is going off, and we are seeing a beautiful game out of these two. And there is the kill from Mojo through the wall, and HKK gets taken down. Kirito on to Walkie. 3v3 situation, putting the attackers in a slight bit of a bundle, but they are going to be retaliating with their own utilities, and Lion is going to be retaliating with his bullets in difference. And there is the defuse, there is the push up, and there is the player. He almost diffuses it, but Intep is going to be going in for the multiple right clicks and getting the last 2 picks for that game.
Also good with this utility and HKK Gamer again. I would not, you know, I would decide not to play against HKK Gamer because his utility has been on point this game.
Right there.
Good round coming in for the attackers. They were able to calculate that there will be very few players inside B side. Now they're going to go in for a complete C side push when there's literally nobody inside C side. They have been presumably good to read the situation as far as I can say. There is Nightmare who's going to be trying to deny the plant, but the planter has not gone down yet, and Lion is going to go for the plant, while the defenders are going to go for a triple flank. And there is the smoke that's going to be covering, and that's going to be K3 with his first kill onto Mojo. There's a triple flank that's going to be held back by all of these players. HKK Gamer is going to be taking on Arthur's 3v5 situation yet again. Nightmare getting a lot of shots into his body. He's put on a very low HP. Medizax, who has a shotgun in his hand, is going to be shot from the back by Kirito because, apologies, they're on the same team. They are going to be pushing right outside of garage any second now. I'm not sure if they even will want to take a fight or just die to the bomb. And there is the push from Lion, very, very desperate attempt, not really going to be helping anybody, but Kirito is going to be getting one and the gun as well, and that is something he'll be taking out of this situation. Maybe he doesn't really want the gun as well, he's going to be dropping it into the bomb. They're not just going to be playing on economy, and he's going to be going in for the gun buys.
It is 8-6 to Chapralis right now. I mean, yes, Chapralis right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is 8-6 to Chapralis right now, and we have Grizzlebot joining us. He has fixed his mic issues, and we are going to be moving forward to the 15th round of this grand finals of Chibi Sports Valorant Community Tournament, the third, and we have the attackers completely outside of garage this time around. They are trying to get the entry, and that is what they're going to be doing. They know there is going to be the chamber utility that's going to be taken on. All the attackers, they have no fear. They're going to be pushing up towards the door, and they're going to be meeting at least 1, 2 or 3 players right there. Have complete entry of CP. What is this? And they're going to be taking on both. Lion, what a player, gets 1, gets 2. That's going to be Metizax as well as Moto. Going to be taken on. Lion's going to be going for 3, 4, maybe go off the ace, the first ace of the finals. Maybe he's going to be taken on by Kirito. It's a 4v1 situation, and Kirito gets 1 more, but he's going to be taken on in the end. Attackers win yet another round.
Yes, Chapralis is going to be leading this series 9-6, and they did drop the first game, and but they have been good in this. They were good in the second game, and they did win the second game, and now the third game. They are leading 9-6. So let's see if Memento Mori can bring the game back into their favor.
Memento Mori have been having a pretty bad second half, I should say. All the 3 rounds they had lost. The last round was something they definitely shouldn't have lost, but the utility usage, the blind, the concussion onto the C players while all the others pushed from garage door was very, very well planned. And we are having them with low buys this time around. We have like 18 kills onto Mocho and his teammates who have chest pistols or a marshal at hand.
Blocking sight.
Arkle is getting down B and pushing out of B. He did drop 1, but let's see if he can drop another.
Arkle was able to get 1, but he's going to be taken on by K3. It's a 3v4 situation. The attackers have been just walking over the corpses of the opponents. K3 detecting Mocho is going to be holding up onto A main. The plant will definitely go down. Mocho has a pistol in his hand, and he's going to get detected, and that is the end of the secrecy that he had. K3 is going to be taking him down. It's 10-6, just 3 rounds away. Chapralis might actually make this comeback real. They were down 0-1 in the first map, then they got the second map, which they actually came back from below as well, and this is the third map. They have been performing really, really well. They got 4 continuous rounds in the second half. Let's see what is going to be happening in the upcoming 17th round.
HKK Gamer and his util have been the best thing for Chapralis, and he has proved very vital. And Lion is top fragging with Omen, and HKK Gamer wants to get that MVP, and he is going to be getting that MVP probably because he has been so vital and with his util, and he has been getting multiple kills with his util. Let's see what they can do this round.
So Arthur's trying to peek out onto garage. He's next 2 people. He's not going to be taking any more shots. He's going to be safely pushing back inside garage. On the other hand, Nightmare has pushed up pretty close towards Garden, and he's going to be getting 1. Maybe not. It's going to be HKK Gamer that's going to be getting the first kill. Lion detecting somebody pushing out of A main is not really going to be showing his complete body, because the operator, if detected, is going to be taking his life as a whole. The attackers inside of B window as well as... Oh, there's a shot from Mojo onto Lion. Beautiful. The 4v4 situation, forcing the attackers to think of some other strategy, and Arkle's going to be taking 1 through the wall and a headshot onto HKK Gamer, and we are... Oh, that's very unfortunate because K3 was not detected in the corner, and Kirito might as well not remember that there is nobody there. And Arkle goes for the second for his round, and maybe a third, maybe not. He's going to be pushing out. The smoke coming in for his rescue. A 4v2 situation. Going to be pretty hard for the attackers to do something at this moment. They have to pick out Arkle first because he's the one with pretty low HP. Kirito on the other side is going to be holding up, and Arkle is landing few more shots. Arkle's going to be taken on by Kirito. I mean K3, but Kirito is going to be immediately reflagging onto Walkie. Though the location of Kirito is known to K3, he doesn't really know where the other players are, and he's going to pick up the spike. He doesn't really
10
have much
seconds
time, and
left.
there is the operator that's going to be picking him off. That's the other shame. It's 10 and 7. Good round coming in for Team Memento Mori.
Actually, Lion on the other hand was very much aware that there might be an op, but he still picked that, and Mocho punished him with his op. He was so far up ahead A long and holding that angle with that op, and he did prove that and he did put it to good use by taking down Lion. And K3 did go undetected by the Fade dog, but then it felt it turned out to be not of much use.
And here we have the attackers on a similar setup yet again. They're going to be trying to get a pick or two onto B side while the other players. Oh, Asa was talking. It's going to be K3 who's going to be getting the first kill, and it's going to be Mocho returning with operator shot of his own, and it's a 4v4 situation while the plant is going to go down by Chapralis. Chapralis are going to be playing this post plant pretty safe outside the side, just leaving Walkie inside offside. B side is being cleared, backside has been completely cleared. Kirito is going to be using his ultimate, and he is trying to detect at least 1 or 2 people, but he hasn't detected Walkie. Walkie is in a very good position. He can get 1 or 2, and that's what he'll be doing, and Indum's going to be getting 1 more. Walkie in a very cheeky spot, able to get them that round, to be honest. Beautiful play coming in from Chapralis. They are running away with this at this moment. The momentum that they have, the push that they have, the peaks that they do, I think they've been very, very confident. And just I was saying, this is something they definitely need. Memento Mori definitely need to talk it out. They need to redefine their strategies, and let's see what happens.
Yes, their coach is probably going to say, Arkle, you need to calm down. You need to be less aggressive and play a bit passive, because he has been aggressive. But I will not complain his aggressiveness, because I actually believe he has put it more to use than he's been punished. So Arkle should play a bit more passive so that he can contribute to the team. Whereas let's see what they can do for the defenders. It all depends on the coach and what he's going to say in the next 20 seconds or so.
Timeout is going to be coming to an end, and in 17 seconds we'll be pushed towards the 19th. Is going to be Mocho. He has been very, very good both with his pistol as well as his rifles, and this time around he's going to be popping out his ultimate and is going to be using his sniper to full use, because they can't really lose this round. They have forced this round around, because if they do let Chapralis get 1 more, they are in tournament point.
Yes, so let's see if Mocho can put the off to good use.
Ooh, Medisax is going to be getting 1, and that's going to be Arthur who's going to be getting a kill onto K3, and that is a 3v5 situation already pushed towards them. Well played by Memento Mori, going in for the aggressive push-up, and there is Medisax who's going to be coming back, and they are going to be maintaining advantage of players. They're not going to be leaving any of the sites at the moment, and they are not going to be peeking out as they used to. So this is something that they have improved right after the timeout call. Maybe if this round does go to Team Memento Mori, what they planned is definitely starting to work. The operator
Fade on the other hand, yes, he is trying to throw it out of the map so that they don't get it. Yes, and he is back into the game and trying to go and destroy their eco.
We can see HK Gamer waiting right outside B, knowing there is a player somewhere close to B side, now detecting the breach who's going to be playing from left side. It's a beautiful bait, to be honest. The Omen smoke is not really going to be letting them help. Oh, that was I don't know if it was a necessary ult at this moment. There is the first kill for Nightman. Nightman is going to be immediately taken out by Lion. They don't really have much time to plant anymore. They have to be running towards C or B, but that is not something they'll be doing. This is a round for Team Memento Mori, and what they discussed during the timeout definitely did work. And Mocho with a kill on to HK Gamer. The last player alive for them is Lion, and Lion is going to be taking down 1 water shot coming up onto Arkle's head. It's 11 and 8 with Chapralis leading.
Looks like Memento Mori have gotten hold of the game, or at least trying to get hold of the game after what their timeout did. I mean, what their coach could have said. I actually think they are right back in place, and let's see if they can get this momentum and take it to their lead.
Yeah, and in Mocho upgrading his levels, he's going to be sitting on the operator inside of Seaside. Oh, the breach utility is going to be slowly pushing up the player on race. That's going to be HKK Gamer. And very unfortunate that nobody is going to be pushing Seaside for Mocho. He's not going to be meeting anybody at this moment. The attackers are yet again in a very passive position, waiting for the push out from the defenders that happened the previous round. Will Memento gain any control through this? Do you think they'll be able to find somebody before the timer runs to 45 seconds?
I don't think it is going to happen because they were expecting the aggression, but then I don't think there was any aggression.
Memento Mori with the kill. That's Arkle who's going to be taking down the chamber, and there is the A side push coming in, and oh, the detection, and he's going to be taken down. Kirito still taken on Intep before actually going down completely, proving a bit more useful to his teammates. HKK going to take down Arkle. 4v4 situation. The plant is going to go down, and there is the multiple utility onto HKK. He's going to be hit by Mocho's utility as well. Walkie gets a kill for himself. It's a 2v1 situation. Both the attackers on very low HP. If Medozax plays this right, he can definitely win this. But the only thing that's going to be stopping him is going to be the breach's utility.
Yes, breach utility is very annoying to play against, and let's see if Medozax can clutch up against this. And if you see, both of them are holding the long and waiting for his ult to be ripped up. Yes, as usual, Reyes did gain the entry, but then his entry was denied by Inter. But then I actually think the round is over because tournament point has been secured by Chapralis.
Team Chapralis pushing themselves towards the tournament point. This is what they've been doing for the past 2 days, just pushing aggressively, peeking everything, getting all they want, not missing a single gunfight. Chapralis coming in from the depths after losing the first map in this tournament. That too, it was their own map that was fractured. They must have been very disheartened, but their confidence boost was when they were able to win in Acid. And what a game they've been having in Haven as well. 12 and 8, just one more round and they are done. They will be crowned champions of the Valorant Community Tournament by Chibi Esports, and this might as well be the last 1 minute 40 seconds we're going to be looking at.
Let's hope not. That would be what the coach of Memento Mori would say. And let's hope it goes into overtime or not. Let's see if Chapralis can close this up, being that Memento Mori are not very good on the Rico, and they have sheriffs, and only 2 of them have assault rifles. Only 2 or 3 of them have assault rifles. The other people are saving. So let's see if they can clutch this up.
Mocho is going to be very important for this. If he gets taken down first, then it's going to be very unfortunate, and he is going to be detected, and he's going to be pushing out of sight. And Seaside is all to their taking, and that is what a shot coming in from Walkie. What a man onto the head of Mocho. Intep going to be taking on Walkie onto the Arkle, and it's a 5v2 situation. Both the defenders are in a very bad position, and there comes Kirito. He's going to be detecting one player, but he's going to be detected as well, and then the kill. Kirito's going to be taken on. It's the last player alive. It's going to be Nightwing. Nightwing's going to be taking one, and it's a 1v3 situation. Nightwing's trying to push back all the players away from the bomb, but it's going to be K3 who's going to be ending this tournament on the head of Nightmare. He has definitely been a nightmare to a lot of teams. That is K3, and what a game we've had. The champions of the 3rd VCT conducted by Chibi Esports is going to be Chapralis, and we do have HKK who's going to be coming out on top for his team and taking them all the way. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This is me, and Grizzlebot will be signing off as well. Please tune in for the next tournament that we're going to be conducting soon, and cheers.
Thank you, guys.